Hey, what's up everyone? Bill Lethman here for Money Evolution. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about what I believe to be the 5 most important things for you to think about if you're starting to do some serious planning for your retirement. All right, let's jump right in. So number 1 has to be vision. And I think this is something that's very important, but I think a lot of times gets really overlooked. I think sometimes because we're working so hard, maybe we're working a gazillion hours, and maybe we're a little stressed out, we become so focused on just getting to that finish line of retirement that we don't really think about what it is that we're going to be doing in retirement. So a good exercise that you can do is maybe sit down with your spouse or your partner and really start to vision or kind of dream out what it is you want that retirement to look like. Do you want to vacation a lot? Do you want to play golf? How are you going to fill all that time? You can realistically only play so much golf. So you want to really kind of get on the same page and really think about what it is that you're going to be doing in retirement. Next, you want to start to look at the cost involved with that vision. And so now you're going to start to put some price tags to this. And of course, you're going to think about your everyday living expenses and how much it takes to run your household and things like that. But you're going to be doing some extra things in retirement. Hopefully, you're going to be playing more golf or you're going to be taking more vacations. So you're going to start to add some of this up and you're going to put some price tags to that. And vacations, that's something that a lot of our clients are very focused on. How many vacations do you want to take every year? Where do you want to go? Is there an average price per vacation that you want to put on there? And you're going to think about what that cost is. If you live someplace in a colder climate in the wintertime, like we are here in Michigan, you might want to do some warm weather traveling for 2 or 3 months, and maybe you want to get out of that cold climate. So how much is it going to cost for you to say, let's rent a place for 2 or 3 months? So you can start to put some of those costs in there. Healthcare is another big one that we've done whole videos on this. It continues to be one of the number 1 concerns for people as they go into retirement and for people that are already retired, because healthcare is going to likely be one of your single biggest expenses in retirement. So you want to think about that. What healthcare options do you have maybe from a former employer as you go into retirement? And then of course Medicare at age 65, and start thinking about how much that's going to be as well. Now we want to think about some things too that are expenses that maybe you have today that you might not have in retirement. One of those might be your kids. So if you're still financially supporting your children, you're not going to have that in retirement, so you can subtract that from the budget that you have today. Another one is mortgage. And so if you have a mortgage payment and that's going to be paid off maybe by the time you retire, you can subtract that. So there's going to be some additions and subtractions to that. And then once you have those costs, then you want to start looking at the income that you're going to have. And we refer to this as predictable income. And there's a couple different sources of this. Pretty much everybody is going to have Social Security income. And so you want to think about how much money do you have coming in on a regular basis that you don't really have to think about. Some of you watching this video might have a pension plan. So that's another one. Unfortunately, pensions are kind of going away a little bit, but you might have other sources. Maybe you have rental income, maybe you have some deferred compensation that's still being paid out. So you want to look at what all those predictable sources of income are. And then basically what you're going to do there is you're going to subtract that predictable income from your cost. And it's probably going to be a negative number. And so you're going to look at then what I think is probably the most important piece of the retirement planning process, and that is understanding your retirement gap. In other words, how much money might you have to go to those investment accounts, those retirement savings accounts that you've accumulated for all these years? How much are you going to likely have to take out of those accounts on an annual basis? Is it $20,000 a year? Is it $50,000 a year? What is the likelihood that that money is going to last you for the rest of your life? And so understanding that gap really kind of goes into all of the other planning that we're going to do. And then finally, the last step here is we're going to start talking about filling that gap. And this is something we get very involved with our clients in the financial planning process, but we're going to start looking at how we can take those investment accounts you've accumulated for all these years and how we can turn more of that into predictable sources of retirement income. So there you have it. Those are 5 quick things that you need to think about as you're starting to put together your plans for retirement. I hope you got some great value out of the video here today. If you're watching this and you're thinking, hey, this kind of makes sense, I think I'd like to have these guys help me put together some plans for retirement, you can go to wealthvisionplan.com, or you can click on the link right below the video here. It'll take you to a web page that'll have some information about our Wealth Vision Comprehensive Financial Plan. If you like what you see on that page, there should be a button there. You can click on that. You can answer a couple quick questions, and then you can schedule some time to talk with me one-on-one where we can see if this is going to be a good fit for us to do a financial plan for you. So anyway, with that, have a great day, and we'll see you back here soon in one of our next videos.